All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Kaiji, Season 1, Episode 10.
All right.
You did it.
You did it, buddy.
You got out.
Yep.
But
you're a ton of debt.
Yeah, 14 million to be precise.
So much debt.
Just a bit of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, hey, you know, you learned the moral lesson.
You saved somebody.
Yeah, that
somewhat
too.
as well.
Yeah.
We don't know what their debt situation would be. But
And you probably won't ever see them again.
Or he might. And that.
I mean, yeah, maybe he'll try and return the favor someday. You know, he'll get Kaiji out of a tough spot. That would be awesome. But for now, back to regular life.
And yet they want you back.
They
you
do.
Had some fire in you.
Yeah.
They liked that. The old rich guy was like, yeah, that's
I love it when they fight back. Yeah.
Oh my God. I want there to be some downtime, and I want there to be some soul searching. I want Kaiji to delve deep into himself after this whole thing and kind of look within.
Yes. And yet,
yeah.
How in the hell would you pay off 14 million with the kind of interest that these dudes charge?
Well, you're gonna get suckered back in.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's the whole thing of where it's the you can, try and pay it off.
Kinda.
But we've done the math, and as your
that's going to happen in about
180 years.
Yeah, so, if that, right? You know.
Good luck. But I do want some downtime before we get into like another game or another setup, or something like that.
Yes.
But yeah, y'all. Without further ado, let's get into this. Yeah. Okay.
14 million. Oh, because he had the leftover money. Okay. 18% annual. That's... Okay.
Damn.
18% annual though. That's credit card debt. That
is credit card debt. Yeah.
That's
but
not.
It's still.
Oh, it's egregious.
Like.
Yeah. But there's at least theoretical hope, rather than like if it was like 10% a month or something.
Oh my God. An hourly wage of 900.
Holy shit. Yeah. You need to make more money.
Oh, the fear of just each person that comes into his environment that's not a part of, his life already or work. People in this anime look so similar. It has to be intentional that makes him look
like the guy he saved.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys just kissing up but not doing any actual work.
Yeah, so they don't end up like, Right. I love that his jacket is kind of like that, like, iconic aspect of who he is, and he just kind of puts it on for keeping himself protected,
Oh no. Did someone steal from the shop? And he's gonna think it was Kaiji?
Wow. And anyone could be connected to the organization in some way. What?
Oh.
Oh.
He won't even do it at this point, even though it's 10 to 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
あるいはゴミ出しの時外に持ち出した。もう手には持ってないからそんなバカな話をふっかけてきたんだ。そうだろうがこの盗人め。
Holy shit.
カイジさんダメっす。サーラ店長も確証もないのにそんなこと。
Yeah.
Okay, he's
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
coming in clutch for him.
俺はただ
話せってんだよ。
Yeah, because he probably took it too.
Oh, yeah.
ね、カイジさん。
Yeah.
叫んな。あの野郎絶
And
対。
he doesn't want any,
店
like...
長もいや聞いてくださいよ。あのバカ店長。俺まで疑い始めてネチネチ身体検査やってらんないっすよ。あんまり頭きたからスパッとやめてやりました。
Whoa.
やめた？ええ。あのバカ店長、きっと自分がどっかに置き忘れたんすよ。
No, he actually totally did take it, and he just...
お前か。あ？
Yeah.
Yeah.
店長には金がなくなった確証が。
I can tell when someone's, yeah,
出なきゃあんな
genuine. Yeah, yeah.
身体検査して何も出なかったのなら、お前は金を盗んだ後、店のどこかに隠した。
Damn.
そして後腐れないように店も辞めてきた。そういうことじゃないのか。かあ、参ったな。
Yeah.
しゃあない。
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The music
そこまで見
changed.
透かされたなら遠慮なく。あ、まったく。
Oh.
Yeah, he put it in there when he grabbed the bag. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
カイジさんがカバンから金が出たら100万払う。なんて言い出した時は。
Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. When he grabbed the bag, I was like, oh, he just slipped it in.
バイト料をやつがピンハネして貯めた汚ねえ金っす。
Wow, he
Really?
was.
おごりますよ。俺を運び屋になんかしやがって。
Oh my god.
もうそろそろ勘弁してくださいよ。
What if this guy is like an agent of theirs or something?
Sure. There's been...
Oh, just anytime people.
Oh, but he recognized
Suits.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
カイジさんってさ、な
yeah.
んかそこいらの連中と匂い違い
From
ます
all the other riffraff. Wait, are you a
Yeah.
kid? What?
というか、大金の匂いがするっていうか。け。み
Ah.
たいなスカンピン捕まえて。俺が言いたい大金の匂いってのは、やばいけど美味しい話。非合法だけど、一発当てると大金が。
That's
Oh,
very
he wants
specific.
in. He's like,
Yeah.
what's this thing that you know about? Yeah, 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 yeah.
俺がそんな追われてるでしょ。
Uh-huh.
最初に入った店、そしてここでもカイジさんが選んだ席は入り口が見える。
Oh, that too. Good, good eye.
誰
Hmm.
か入ってくるたびに一瞬目が入り口に泳ぐ。
Okay.
誰かに追われてる証拠だ。話してくださいよ。俺そういうのにすげえ興味あって。
He slides him 1,000, you know,
Yeah, yeah.
1,000 yen or like 100 or like 10,000 yen to be like, no, tell me.
Yeah.
そうか。
Wow, subconscious.
恐れてるってことか。奴らをそれとも待っているのか。
Sure.
あ、カイジさん。
It's like he's in Puss in Boots hearing the whistle coming every once
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
while. Yeah.
入ってきて、
He could be messing with you, though.
携帯の番号っすよね。かけなくていいんすか？
I don't trust this guy.
Yeah, me neither.
Giving him the time to call when he's not there. He's
Yeah, he was totally... Might not have been originally, you know, set up for it, but
誰だ？
by now he has been.
Zawa.
名乗れよ。用があるんだろ。名乗れって言って。
Yep.
Yeah.
この声は。
It's a cell number, yeah.
Wow. What an asshole.
Yeah.
He's a smart asshole, though.
Now the people
Shit.
are actually here. Is this kid gonna get roped into it with him?
生還おめでとう。
Wow.
カイジ、送ろう。
You gonna try to walk past him? Yep.
待てよ。そう無理するな。
God.
お前にとって実にいい話は持ってきたんだぞ。一晩でお前の借金がチャラに。
Same as before.
来週の土曜日パーティーがある。今その参加者を募っているところだ。
Dang, that's not a lot of notice.
もちろんギャンブルだ。
Okay.
うまくしのげば一晩で2000万。
20 million?
それ以上の
いい加減にしろ。誰がそんな手。
Yeah.
お願いします。
Let me join.
そのパーティーに参加させてください。
You dumb fuck.
バカ。もうなんていうか。分か
Oh.
ってきちゃったんだよね。
Oh.
He's addicted to it.
No, he's willing to risk it all, basically.
Yeah.
If he died or if.
風穴なんか開かない。世間に入っていけないんだって。サハラ、その気持ちわからねえじゃねえ。だったら。
Don't let him drag you into it, though, Kaiji.
目を覚ませ。こんなうさんくさい男の言うこと真に受けて甘い話に浮かれるな。
Yeah, this guy might be a paid actor specifically to make sure that Kaiji joins, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, God, this guy's so good. Oh my god.
Doesn't work here.
支払い不能裁判所に申し立てて借金をチャラにする。免責っていう手は聞かない。
Yeah, yeah.
お前の借金はギャンブルの負け。そういう明らかに本人の生活
Yeah.
態度に問題がある場合
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
仮に免責が降りても
God.
たちは取り立てるんだ。
Yep.
It's so I gotta save this for the discussion, but I'm so glad we're looking at this from the standpoint of the system, of the way things trap people in the pit of this, you know?
仮に26日働いて月給21万。
Yeah.
借金返済に毎月10万返したとしてどれくらいかかると思う？
Yep.
どれくらいって。
200 years.
197
Oh.
つまり16年と5ヶ月。
Okay. Not as horrible as I thought it was,
Right,
but
right.
still really bad.
お前そこまで待つんだよ。
I like that it's a reasonable enough amount
Right,
of
it's like
time.
you theoretically could.
これまでの人生で何かを築いた者にとってはそれを離さないため守るためにある。
Oh.
だが持たざる者がそれでは話にならない。
Oh.
Oh, shit. What's in that case?
行かなきゃダメなんだ。
Fuck.
何を躊躇する。掴め。臆病に組んだ腕を解き。
I love how he's shifted his focus so much in just this little bit of time.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's...
First he's gonna ask for details, and then...
The walk away. Okay.
Yeah, and then it's the, you can show up or don't.
And now this guy's gonna sit here and encourage Kaiji to do it.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna be like, if you don't go, then give it to me.
Yeah, exactly. Because he didn't give the paper to this other guy here, Sahara.
今の圧倒的閉塞状態を打ち破る策など何一つない。遠藤の持ってきたこの話はいわばこの絶望的日々に溺れかけたカイジの前に現れた。
Right. It's not just the money, but it's the living in this despair that's killing him, you know?
Yeah.
Of course. Yep. This is why we're telling the story anyway,
Yep.
so
Yep.
it's the ultimate survivor.
Because really, if you think about it, he made this decision when he decided to save the guy.
Hey. I love how we haven't even gotten a hint of Kaiji trying to fight this whole thing yet.
Nope.
Because he's so small still.
Oh, yeah.
Where the light stars never reach.
Oh, shit. All right,
end the
here we
episode.
go.
Perfect. This anime does like its exact focused specific thing. And just that.
Yep.
And just drives it so deep.
And the thing is, I think this was still plenty of stuff to fit into one episode.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because after the resolution that Kaiji made in the previous, at the end of the previous arc, to then go back into it willingly.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, willingly. You know?
He was almost encouraged. He wasn't threatened. It wasn't something where they used and leveraged a friend who has debt that he needs to help,
Right.
in some ways.
And
it's just for his own benefit.
And I do like that the interest wasn't the same as the other debt.
Yeah.
Because the other debt was like something very small and it like, just blew up. Like that was loan shark debt.
Yeah.
This is something that's like legit enough that it probably does exist on paper somewhere.
Well, it probably also saves their organization from people being like, look at this.
Yeah, look at this dirty money trail or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, this is just a, nope. This is through a legitimate organization, but if you do somehow get out of it, we will come after you.
Right. It is like you were saying, it's credit card debt.
Yeah.
Like 18% APR is not
not unusual. It's bad, but it's not unusual.
It's not criminal.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
He's back in the game.
He's back in.
Yep.
He willingly stepped into the maw of darkness.
Yep.
And it is going to be a trip.
And it wasn't as it was brutal, but it just had that like enough of that thing of where no, you could get out of this. But I mean, come on.
But come on.
The cost to do it the legit way. Oh, that's too brutal.
16 years, yeah.
16 years? No, that's nuts.
A little bit under 16 years, yeah. That element there I loved so much because it reminded me how real and present the living in debt is for the majority of people, at least in the U.S. Right. So this is the thing I really loved about this episode. Jacob and I have both worked jobs that are the equivalent of Kaiji's kind of convenience store thing and stuff like that, where you either work at a tiny little coffee shop, or you work at a place that, pays you dirt minimum wage, nothing basically. And you're working, as a ton as possible, but you're young, so you're going to end up being basically given as much, stuff as possible.
Yeah, but it's like, hey, I can pick up the extra shifts. I can do 60-hour weeks and have it not be a problem.
Right. But here's the thing. None of us had any debt while we were doing that.
Yeah.
Can you imagine living in a life where, forget the 60,000 thing. You had any debt at all. Let's throw 10,000 into the mix there.
Yeah.
You bought a really fancy car.
Right.
For high schooler you or college age you. You're in debt now.
Right.
And you're paying that off, effectively lowering the output of your income.
And the thing is, this is where interest becomes a really big deal.
Yep.
Right? Because 18% is the highest you can really go without it actually becoming criminal, even though, the 18%, let's be real, that's criminal. It's not officially, but like, come on. But
credit cards, just
credit cards,
in general.
That's just what it is, right?
Yeah, that's just what it is. I've seen 24% APR. That's not even that crazy either.
Yep. But you can pay it off, right? But the amount that you end up paying just to interest is what makes it so brutal. Because
sorry, keep going.
Well, just because like there are those times where having the extra access to cash can be very helpful.
Can be extremely
helpful. And in fact,
fact,
it can even make you money.
Or it can even like save you from like a really shitty situation that you find yourself in.
Yep.
But
this
is I have something I just want to say, but keep going.
If you're getting something like 5% on that, then paying it off, no big deal, right?
You're never gonna get 5%.
Right, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so I want to go off on this here. The way in which the guy Sahara brought up the idea of I need to take this risk because otherwise losers like us, we can't do anything. Otherwise we can hardly make a dent. It won't be enough to let us enter the real world. And this is something that is so fucked up and sad about this situation here is that Kaiji knows about this world that he's entering into, where the odds are so irrevocably stacked against anyone that enters here, even against someone like him who probably is going to do decently well in whatever this thing is because he has prior knowledge.
Yeah, he has experience with these sorts of things.
The fact that this kid immediately was like, no, I know that this is a chance in a lifetime, but the odds are such that, say it's a 1 in 1 in like, 60 or something like that. Those odds, where if you're one of the 59, you end up being saddled with 5 million in debt or 15 million debt or whatever. The point is that he believes so intrinsically, not just because of the number of 20 million being so attractive, but because he believes in the way that the system works, is that because of how his life is, he will never step outside of this circle here with regards to things like poverty or his living situation, the kind of food he eats, all this stuff. He has essentially been put into the lowest of classes, if you will, in terms of society. And in order for him to break out of that, he essentially needs to win the lottery. That mindset, but also the system that creates that mindset, is one of the most disgusting, predatory, nasty things that, we all in some ways have to deal with. Not just, depending on what, country you're from or what area you're in, but that is a fundamental reality, and it's so fucked up.
And the thing is, it's a multi-component part, like
it
you
is
said,
a multi-component part.
It's not just the mindset, it's also the system. Because could Kaiji pay off the debt that he's in? Yes.
Absolutely.
Is it reasonable to assume that he will, or that anyone should have to be put in that kind of situation where they have to do this Herculean task just to get by, right?
I mean, because he went into the game.
Yeah, he went into the game and all that stuff, right? But
yes. He could have not been in this situation had a third of the debt that he had.
I would say, though, that the situation that he's in is actually still better than the one that he was in before, even though it's twice the debt. From what we can gather, it seems like it's like, a fraction of the interest, because
that is true.
Because the other debt was ballooning at a pace where it's like, no, that's actually ridiculous. So, if he's in this situation where it's like the twice as much, but a
half
manageable
interest,
or easily half the interest, right?
Yeah, way less. But
I
agree. I agree from that front. But it's something where the point that was made here in the episode about how you can't just declare bankruptcy with gambling debt because it's around people's bad choices reinforces the idea that there is a system specifically built around we will cover for you as long as you have money. But if you make bad choices, which I loved that he kind of was like, well, gambling debt, that's the dumbest kind of choices.
Right.
But there are bad choices that people don't think are bad choices.
In America, student loans.
The
U.S. student loans. You cannot declare bankruptcy on student loans.
Go off, yep.
And even if the interest rates for student loans, you can get it at the lower rates, like 6% or something like that. You can also get it at like 10%.
Yeah.
And if it's going into not just the 60 grand like what Kaiji has here, but like say $250,000.
250,000. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
You're fucked, right? Like what are you going to do if you don't get an actual
You'll never pay off
high-paying,
the principal
job
in any way.
for that? It's just you'll be working on that for the rest of your life.
You're working on the interest for the rest of your life.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's super predatory because you're the people that are taking this on are people that are 18, don't even necessarily know what they want to do with their life.
Not only that, they're being convinced by society that they're making the right choice by doing this because in order to win at the game of capitalism, well, you need a college degree and stuff.
Right.
And it's like, oh my God, there's
so
many other ways you can get an education that don't have you saddled with ridiculous amounts of debt.
Right.
And even then, if you're like, well, it's just a little bit of debt. It's just a little bit of debt. No, there's no guarantee that you're set up in any kind of way to pay off that. There are ways you can. But again, you're gambling.
Right.
You're actually gambling.
And there are the ways in which it works that you get those super high paying jobs or whatever, right?
That's why these systems are perfect.
Because there's just enough truth in it to make it perpetuate. But then realistically, by the numbers, where it's actually being, like what's actually happening with it is barbaric.
Can I make a comparison here? So in a mobile game that's a pay to win system here, one of the classic examples, if any of you have played an MMO type mobile game with some pay to win elements there, one of the things that these games will do is they will introduce so many components and variables into the setup of the way that the economy of the game works, so that you can't actually visually track your progress properly when you're getting something good versus when you're spending your money on something that ultimately doesn't have that much value in how you progress.
Okay.
So it creates this dulling of the mind where you're then unsure as to where you stand in this. But an example of this that compares perfectly into the college degree kind of situation here is that there's all these other little elements with regards to, you know, basically maximizing your time and your money and your student loan or something like that, and even your degree and stuff like that, and where you go, and all these other things, how you market yourself for a great, you know, job or career or something like that. All these things stack up, but usually people just conflate it to, because they can't actually explain or understand all these other parts here, that it's just like, but if you go to a good, you know, university, if it's you know, it's all these vague things that actually don't
by good we mean expensive, where you'll get actually the $250,000 in debt or whatever.
Yeah, and it's the kind of stuff where there are a lot of smart people out there that have figured out these are the obvious pitfalls here.
So don't do that.
But that's the point, is that there are so many obvious pitfalls because they catch people.
Right.
They actually work, and they stay that way because there are people farming money off of these people, and it's so messed up. And that's what is happening here with Sahara.
And the thing is, okay, he could actually be right. Sahara could actually, he is right about the system thing and all that stuff, but he could actually be right in that he'll be able to do well for himself, because what I can gather from, you know, the way that he was set up in this episode, right, is that this is something that is not just a thing that he realized in the moment when he saw the money. He has been thinking about this for a long time. He has had this mindset for a long time, and he has developed a good head on his shoulders for looking for those little opportunities to make a quick buck, whether it's by stealing some money that was in the office, you know, seeing that they're actually getting scammed out of some of their wages, or, Kaiji just gambled, you know, $1 million or, you know, whatever, that there wouldn't be the money in here. I can just slip it in there, and then that's there you go. He would lose the bet.
Or not even that, just the idea of, if he's willing to do that, he either has money or he had money because he's willing to gamble like that.
Right, and so now I'll follow him, and, you know.
Right. Yeah. So he could smell the opportunity follows you, Kaiji.
Right. The level of specificity that he had when he's like, no, I smell money on you, Kaiji, and it's specifically this kind.
Dangerous.
Yes, is that a little bit of that, you know, anime character that is able to exposit really accurately? But no, for this guy, I buy it.
No,
right?
Because he literally said, I'm going to gamble this for $1 million yen. Throwing out that number so casually with that kind of confidence shows that it's you've done more than that. Right. That's not a big number for you. That's just, and for this guy, I resonate with that. The idea that it's like, when you hear somebody do that for the first time, it kind of throws your world off for a second. A great example of this is when you travel overseas and you go to a place and you see how much maybe $10 can buy you in terms of food. And you go, whoa. Food and a whole bunch of other things are marked up like crazy here in the US. But also then by extension, wait, how much are you guys getting paid for?
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, good to know. Okay. Like that's something that'll trip you up in that direction. But even another example of this is one time I was hanging out with some people, and they wanted to go to this not bar, but like an open air, like kind of a club, but it was like a club, but outdoors. And I was like,
and you saw like how expensive all the shit was?
Well, yeah, it was the thing of where I was like, I've never heard of this place, sure, and I only really was friends with one of the people there, so I was like being brought into somebody else's friend group, you know?
Yeah.
And suddenly numbers started getting thrown for the drinks and the stuff there and things like that. And I'm like, I don't think I'm in the right place.
Yeah.
Like, this feels wrong. And also the idea of it feeling wrong versus just expensive. The idea that I thought of it as just wasteful. Like, it was the point where I was like, I get that there are things out there that are expensive because it's just, I wouldn't spend that money. But then there's I see it as so expensive that this is illogical. Like,
when I was, I would have conversations with people all the time about this, especially if they were like in those like the good jobs, the tech jobs or whatever. Back when I was working 60 hours a week for minimum wage but this thing is, you don't actually need that, and so much money is going into that. But, if for them, it's a fifth of the time investment than it would be for me to get it.
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Then, then it becomes a casual thing.
Right, and then you get people like Sahara who go, well, then we won't be able to enter the real world.
Right, because that's the real world out there where people are able to do that kind of stuff.
And it's just, it's so, it's...
Because the thing is, Sahara is lucky here. He actually was able to figure out how to make the manager like him and stuff so that he could do these little things. Kaiji, no, he was actively getting screwed over. The 900 yen an hour, he was reaching a point where he might not even be able to keep that up, right? What do you do? Well, you do this, I guess.
And good luck, Kaiji. You're entering the world of snakes and
you're gonna do
devils.
Great.
But yeah, you're probably going to do pretty well because you kind of know what to expect. But also, they wanted you here.
They did. Yeah, and the approach that they had for you was fundamentally different this time.
Fundamentally different.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're they're trying to carrot you hard.
Although to be fair, even though we saw, and of course Kaiji doesn't know this, but even though we saw the old guy being like, I want him back, that might not be something where it's I like it when they struggle, and so he'll liven things up. He'll, shake up the norm.
Sure.
It might be something of, he spat in my face. I don't like that.
Sure.
I want him back, and we will specifically crush
him over.
Him.
Yeah.
Where it's no one beats this game. I'm king of this game. You make them think that they might not need money. Can't have that.
Yeah. He gave someone else a bunch of his money so that they could be saved.
Right.
Which,
that goes against the logic of the world that they operate in.
Yeah. I'm very excited to see which one it is, because I think it could be either or both. But having a character that we know already a little bit about coming into this game.
That we won't be able to necessarily trust, though.
Yes, right. But also, in just one episode, we know so much about Sahara. And we just met him, and he might be going into the game too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he might not be also.
He might not be.
That might be literally just a way in which we saw how Kaiji was able to kind of put it in perspective as to where he was at in life, But let's be real. If I was Sahara and I was like, yep, this is my ticket, they already said what the day is. I would stake out Kaiji's place on that day and then just follow him. Yep. He probably did.
Like, I'm guessing that's what happened. And then he'll show up there and...
Yeah, and then it's just going to be the thing where Kaiji then, is just sitting in the lobby or whatever. You see a bunch of people.
And then Sahara waves.
Yeah, 5 minutes later, Sahara comes in. Yeah. And it's just like, well.
Yep.
All right. I want to see who's going to be back from the previous game, though.
Yeah.
Do you think...
the guy that Kaiji saved?
No, Funai. You think Funai will be...
I don't think Funai made the cut. See, the fact that Funai did a repeat of the cards, that was a specific thing. They brought Kaiji back to this. And also, I want to point out the motivation, which I'm guessing is going to be one size fits all.
You're saying they keep Funai in that game specifically.
But the motivation was not, we'll wipe away your debt. It's you could make this much money. Right?
Sure.
That's very different than what it was before. That makes me think this is we're bringing in the high rollers here.
The people who want to make lots of money.
And we want to just put maybe one hungry little fish in there, that'll help
chum up the water.
Exactly.
Because I think that's what Funai was doing. He was chumming up the water a bit for sharks in the first game.
Right.
But if this one is going to be something around where Kaiji is desperate and naive enough that he thinks he has a chance here, he is going to be chum for some of the other people here. And that way, if they're trying to get back at him for spitting in the face,
sure, that
can be
the way
that
they
we're
do
going
it.
to saddle him with triple the debt, you know.
Yeah, we're going to make it so that he has to keep working with us.
Because if they keep with the formula of giving out war funds specifically to be the anchor that no matter what, you have to win. You can't just you can't just make a little bit of money and leave. Because then it's just a good opportunity, you know. They have to get, you know, 70% or 80% of the people to lose or something like that at least.
Right.
And if they do lose, they have to lose like hard.
Yeah, you can't just get people in the door. You have to stoke their greed enough that they stick around.
Right, but you also need to be running this business in a way where you're always in the black, you know.
Right, and that's what the war funds did. Yeah.
Right. So I'm thinking that might be the formula that carries over, if anything, from the previous game, is that they will always give here's your war funds.
Yeah, if you want to participate, you need a million of you need a minimum of $1 million debt, you know.
Or 10 or 5 for this one. Yeah,
right.
I would be curious to know if Kaiji gets war fund offered again. Will he lowball this time, or will he always highball it because it's I have the most resources to work with?
Realistically, Kaiji's decision to highball the war funds before, there was a logic to it, but it was a bad idea because the amount that the money actually played with the whole game wasn't that much. And hey, if you had just done less, you would be fine right now.
What? You know, since they're in a hotel or in a duo hotel, what game do you think they're going to be playing?
I don't know.
The fact that they're not on a boat right now kind of wigs me out.
Well, I think the fact that they're at a hotel means it's a classier event. With a boat, it's you're trapped here, you can't get away. With a hotel, it's you
won't want to leave.
We're wining and dining you, you know, like. But there's knives under the table.
Yeah, what if it's like a murder mystery or something?
I think that'd be a bit too complicated, you know. Like
the game needs to be simple.
The game needs to be simple.
Okay, like hide and seek.
I mean, no. I think there needs to be something tangible that they are exchanging in order for it to be a proper gamble. It doesn't have to be money, but like that's what they had with the, you know, you had the cards and you had the stars, right? That made it work very well mechanically.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be another basic kind of game, kind of like tic-tac, or not tic-tac-toe, rock, paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors, yeah.
But then, you know, they'll add their special twist on it.
Right. I just all the games that I think of have too many mechanics. You know?
Because, from the mob's perspective, but then also from the show's perspective, you don't want it to be too complicated.
Right.
Yeah.
But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out my Persona 5 Royal Let's Play on Twitch. And yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.